shadow pick up. Which one? That one?
Hi everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Pumpkinhead. Oberon.
and me, Vampire. Are we too early?
Never. No, please don't.
Halloween season starts this week with fall equinox in our book anyway. Although maybe we'll have a little bit of fall-y stuff, and you see I have a nod to fall here.
News alert. The pumpkin-colored cat is desperately staking
he'll
out
get here.
a way to jump up on my side here. It's
Well, there's no way. Don't let
Go,
him.
go.
Don't let him, Mr. O. Oh my goodness. So I hope everybody's doing well. We're just getting a little bit into the spirit because we got a lot of things planned for Halloween season, don't we? It's also our anniversary season.
Mm-hmm.
So starting October 5th is the 45th anniversary of our first date.
Yes, we met in June of 1976. We were both library bookworms.
Over here. Come on. He's going to take the camera down, but no, he didn't. Okay, you stay here. You're fine.
We were both library bookworms, college kids that were working at the public library, the main library.
Right.
And after a couple months of back and forth looking at each other between the stacks.
Such a library love story. And then, but more on that anniversary time. And then, of course, in November, on Mr. O's birthday, is our 40th wedding anniversary.
Woohoo!
So, we are all looking forward to that. Angel Rivera,
Big
good
40.
day to you. I'll get you on the list.
Hi, Angel. Hi, everyone.
So we got a lot planned, so we're kind of transitioning here. We have other specials planned. There'll be special readings for cost also on our website that will be specific for the season. Some of them will be going on sale. So just a lot of things planned.
That's right.
All right, but what do you have? Oh, well, let's go. Hey, let's do our collective card for the day. Good to see you here, Gina.
Welcome.
Welcome back. We've got the Sacred Forest Oracle today. This isn't really dark side of the year stuff, but I really like this. It's otherworldly in a way. Denise Lynn's Oracle. And as a matter of fact, it says here, enter a secret dimension to discover the truth of your soul. So we shall use that today for our Oracle reading.
Hi, YOLO.
Hey, YOLO, I'll get you on the list. Let me do that, and right now. All right, it's a typical Sunday, so we're going to try to move along and maybe throw in some announcements as we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to cut them, and I'm going to let you pick one, Mr. O. They are only read upright. Hey, Libra.
Hi, Libra. And
you had a butterfly
spirit
vision
as
recently,
you come
didn't
in.
you?
As you walk into the room, I pull the butterfly
Well,
spirit.
Libra's been there. Libra's been there.
Oh,
I
I
have
see.
her on the
Okay.
list.
Well, it's kind of interesting.
I know. All right, well, let's take a look at that. What number is that on the bottom there? Well, it's probably in order. Let's see.
8. Number 8.
Oh, it's not in order by alphabet. Okay. This librarian cataloger is upset. No. Butterfly spirit, transformation. But you know what's interesting about that? Isn't the coffin in the Lenormand number 8? So I think that's interesting. It kind of correlates in a way. All right. In the sacred forest, you can hear their approach before they arrive. Listen. It's the songs of the butterflies. Their melody trails behind them in ribbons of luminescent lights as their delicate gossamer wings flutter in a kaleidoscope of sound, color, and delight. Magic is afoot. So, I'm not going to read all of it, but we'll read the part that looks most absolutely important here. You receive this card when you are in the process of change. Old structures, beliefs, and ideas are falling away to be replaced with vitality and new paths. Soon, you'll be seeing the world in a fresh way. You're at the beginning, in the middle, or at the completion of an enormous transformation in your life. Don't hold on to old structures and limited ways of thinking. The butterfly is a powerful metaphor for transformation. For it to gain its wings, the caterpillar must weave a chrysalis and then completely dissolve into a kind of liquid soup before reforming into the shape of a butterfly. Enzymes dissolve all of its tissues before it metamorphoses into something completely different. So relax into the changes. You are bringing vibrant energy into the world. The spirit of butterfly says, the past is behind you. Everything is changing. It's time to launch a new cycle, a new project. With care, miracles can abound. Woohoo!
And yes,
I like
Estelle,
it.
you are number 2 on the list.
Yep, we've got you, Estelle. I'm going to go over the list. I see Divine You has popped in as well. We'll get you on the list. It's going to be a busy day, so we're going to get right to it. Why don't you go through your cards while I put this away.
So I have brought my usual 3 decks. My first one is the English Magic Tarot. Oops, gotta show it. And that's the 2 of Swords.
They're Halloween costumes of sort, Divine You. It's just a teaser for our Halloween season. We're going to have a lot going on.
And then the Tarot of the Northern Shadows, and that's the Page of Cups. And then something just told me that I should bring out the Karma Music Tarot today.
Oh,
I hadn't
wonder
used it actually in several weeks.
Yeah.
And that's the 9 of Wands.
I remember that one. Yes. It's like a lifesaver.
Oh, it's your birthday coming up. That's very cool.
Ha. Well, you be sure to pop in right around that birthday.
Right, that's going to be Thursday night actually, won't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Hopefully you'll be here,
Or Sunday after.
Or Sunday. That's right. But Thursday is a great night for a birthday reading because it's a little slower. But I understand it's your birthday, so if you can't make it, you can't make it.
We could record it for you and you would just know that it would be one we did for you for your birthday, of course, and then you could just watch it later if you're out celebrating. We could just do that the first thing like we normally do, right?
Yep. Yeah, sure.
So why not?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So happy birthday.
I forgot to add somebody important to the list who asked for a reading and couldn't be here. And it'll be brief because it's a general reading. So I'm going to put them right at the top because, my gosh, she's donated everything. I mean, she's donated our backdrop to us. So I am going to put Mama T at the top of our list, but it'll be a quick general reading. And then we have Angel Mary, Acel, Mo, Haha, Sile, Lena, Libra Cusp, Gina, Sinelli, Angel Rivera, YOLO, and Divine You.
And
Hi, Real Life Blog.
Hey.
I don't know if you can stay for it. We got a long list, but we're going to try to get through quickly. Good to see you. Good to see you again. So I just want to thank everybody, and especially people who have recently subscribed to our channel. We have moved up a little bit. We bumped up to 282 now. Gee, it'd be great to hit 300.
You just have to see.
We take this 100 at a time here on YouTube. And so thanks to everybody who has just recently subscribed.
Alright.
So I'm going to go through my list of cards really quick. I've got the Dark Woods Tarot again. Some of these are going to be changed up at Fall Equinox, the Thursday show. I'm also using, again, the Golden Girls till the end of September. There's the 3 of Pentacles in that one. It's like 3 crones there, I'd say. And this new deck that I got, the Tarot, the Over the Rainbow Tarot, which is rainbow motif. It's beautiful. I'll probably be putting that away for the winter season as well, but since I just got it, I'm giving it a little play.
So thank you everyone for showing up today, and don't forget to hit our like button.
And finally, 2 of Swords from the Dancing in the Dark Tarot, which will probably get a little rest too as I bring out some fall Halloweeny ones next week. And then we're using the Lenormand tiles today, but that is going to change at fall equinox too.
All right.
Okay.
Mama T.
Mama T, quick general reading. Why don't we use my nice rainbow deck? Mama T likes fairy type things. We'll do that quickly. Hey, thank you, real life. We're doing great here. I don't know, I can't complain. It's been crazy, weird instances of luck and bad luck. I can complain about my hot water tank going down. I was complaining at the lottery store about that today, and we laughed about how the one time, she remembered this one time when I had a dentist appointment, and I had complained that to the dentist office that I needed to win the lottery to pay my bills with them, and they laughed at me. And I said, don't laugh, this has happened before. And within 3 days of that, I think, I had won more than enough. I actually won enough not just to pay what I owed them, but to cover the entire procedure. And so when I went back in there, I had said to them, as I wrote the check, I said, by the way, this is compliments of the Michigan lottery. And they looked at me, and they remembered, and they said, you won? And I just smiled. Don't laugh at me. That's all I have to say. Don't laugh at me.
All right, a general
reading. Or laugh
reading.
at me, because it works.
A general reading.
Mama T's got the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is reversed. Mama T also has the 8 of Wands, so double 8s, and that's reversed. Well, I've talked to Mama T about that. And then we've got the 4 of, what the heck is that? Oh, it's the 4 of Swords, of course. Somebody laying on a beautiful rainbow there. See it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Really nice. I love this stuff. So it's going to get a lot of use in the spring and summer from me. So basically the 8 of Cups is... Mama T, I think this is a period of looking at your past, of not your far past, but your recent past, maybe going back a little bit and tidying up some loose ends that need to be tidied up, maybe just revisit things a little bit, but I don't think you should get stuck there. It's kind of a waste of energy to keep going backwards, I think the 4 of Swords here being reversed is saying this is a time to move. And in my mind, it's a time to move forward, not backwards.
The cards, especially the first 2, feel really karmic in a way. It's kind of like saying that these things that maybe you still need to address, fate is somehow making you slow down a little bit to do that. But at the same time, it's also saying that there are other directions you do need to open up your activity for. So it's kind of saying like it's... And sometimes I do that with the cards. The reverse meaning is maybe more the halfway meaning, so it's ambiguous in a sense. But it seems like maybe there are things to consider even as you do sort of figure out how to return to things, other things.
Okay, I see that.
Okay.
But I'm still going to stick with, like I said, this 8 of Wands, and maybe part of it for my, look at this is that the 8 of Wands indicates that you feel like maybe you've lost so much time or you've wasted so much energy too as you look back, at past circumstances. But you know what? Don't put your energy there. Don't put that energy there. Move on. Move on.
All right. So now the Lenormand.
Oh, I should have kind of folded this down for us, Mr. O. Dropping the ball today. I'm sorry. Oh. Well, I think this could be interesting.
So Banshee has pulled the ring, and I have pulled the bouquet.
Make a commitment now to bringing nothing but joy into your life. Make a commitment now to focus on good times, happiness, and the future. Because the future has a lot to offer you, and I feel here with this ring here too that maybe this is also a time to appreciate your partnership right now as well, with your significant other there.
Well, with everything else that was going on here, the final idea was that there was some movement, awakening. I sort of think of it as the rainbow says, it's something new, it's something more colorful than you've known before. And so these coincide to me, and I'm thinking this is saying make the commitment towards gifting yourself.
Awesome.
Because the bouquet is a gift, right?
Right, it is too. It's a number of things, Mr. O, but that's one of the main ones.
And in a sense, most of these cards do sort of say that in a way that this really should be a time to focus on yourself, of course, along with those who you are committed and in relationships with.
This might also, it's true too that, this was a general reading. I'm just going to add real quick, Mama T. This might be a call for you to maybe give a little gift to your partner, and recognize them too for standing by you. So,
there you go.
While you make your jewelry and do the things you do, maybe it's just time to acknowledge them in some way. Do they have a birthday coming? Something like that.
You bad cat.
Keep that in mind as well. Get over here and stay here. What is with you? All right, that's what we have for Mama T.
Okay, thanks, Angel.
Okay. Well, we'll do that, not a problem. But we'll probably take you at your turn because it'll be a single card draw.
Yes, that was sunny, Sile. And I was slightly annoyed there.
Slightly? We'll get him on camera every so often because he's going to be around.
He's right over here.
He'll probably pop up on the corner of my screen, the screen by me from time to time there. In that corner. All right, Angel Mary, you are up. And then Acel, Mohaha, Sile, Lena, Libra Cusp, Gina, Sonali, Angel Rivera, Yolo, Divine You, and Real Life Love.
Okay, so I'm going to use the deck. I'm going to use the English Magic Tarot.
Okay.
What is your passion in this life?
Can I distract you with the mouse? Can I distract you with the mouse? Got it. It's really funny about that Dennis story. I just want to say I rarely, if ever, throw something like that in somebody's face, but man, they laughed at me. I don't know. I just maybe had a little immature moment there. What can I say? It's just kind of a very impulsive Aries thing to do, I guess. Okay, Angel Mary's passion in life. In this life. Let's add. Okay, the Tower reversed is the first card. Oh, wow. Stay there. Stay there. Are you going to hold it there forever? Because I'm trying to watch him, too. I'm sorry.
I'm keeping up with the chat.
Oh.
And Six of Cups.
And then the Hermit reversed. This is really... Now remember, this is just a snapshot in time here, but I do feel like somehow there's a connection here between that Hermit reversed and the Tower reversed. Somehow.
Sure, absolutely.
But let me focus on the Tower and the Nine of Wands here for a minute. I think that, what is your passion in life? Well, it's obviously to attain something that would bring you great satisfaction. And when I speak of, and also, often I have to say the Nine of Cups is more of a physical satisfaction. So whether it's like this card here, being close to somebody, or whether it's being materially satisfied with what you've gained through job, employment, ambition, any of that. But but it's tempered here by navigating, some struggles with learning some of the lessons you need to learn along the way to get there.
I think this is essentially true, that in your personality, your current frame of thought or mindset, you want this. I think that maybe you're having a problem deeper inside forgiving yourself, or feeling that you have a flaw, maybe because of your need to be with people. Maybe you might see that you're too dependent and you would rather be free, sort of like, learning things from that tower's dissolvement. So that maybe this is something you wrestle with inside, that you wonder if there's self-esteem, worth issues. So it's like maybe part of your passion is learning how to kind of realize or actualize resolving that.
Yeah, it's really interesting to me you said that, because in a way that's like, how do you break out, to to navigate this? How do you break out to learn? How do you finally break out and achieve this? What do you have to absorb? And it seems like you're on a constant, I don't know, it's almost as if you're on a constant mission to find that. I really am not sure I have a complete answer here, other than to say your passion is to be very comfortable, both physically and materially, satisfied in life. And I want to look and see if I get a clue here. I don't. From the bottom card, the Queen of Coins reversed, other than it might be saying,
you're not making yourself your own priority in certain ways, that you're not taking care of what you really want. Maybe a part of that is because you haven't quite, come to grips with what you really want, as opposed to what maybe you think you want, or maybe what you think is pleasing to other people, or situations like that.
Well, there is something there about nurturing self, I agree. And
that part is definitely, I feel, stronger.
Why don't you pick the Lenormand first and see if we get any other clues here? Oh, Mama T came in?
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to let her know, if she's not here now, that her reading is the first one we did.
My son used to call my granddaughter Pumpkin when she was younger. It was so endearing.
Aww.
So I pulled the clouds.
And I pulled the stork. So
it's the dark side is that way. There we go.
Yeah, so you know what? Angel Mary, it's trying to work on the clearing out the confusion here. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like, in my mind, that we're really helping with that much.
Right. Your passion, by this part, sort of throwing a little bit of this into the equation, is that you really want new things, I think. You really want to have new experiences, but you have not totally figured how to navigate what you feel are the struggles or the conditions that maybe limit that.
Yeah, I think you need to change the confusion. I like what you said there. I wonder, too, if what this means to me, Angel Mary, is that you really do like change, and you really do like to do different things. Maybe this is kind of emblematic, because the clouds are like, what it reminds me of when I see the clouds here with the stork, any way the wind blows. It's kind of like you are ready to fly whichever way you feel you want to. I almost feel like you might go many paths in life. You may have many passions in life. And
some of the other cards seem to show a duality that could be more than duality. I mean, we don't have to be binary about it. It could just be that there are multiple modes.
But what I can specifically say at this point in time is that you really want to feel comfortable, you want to feel secure and self-satisfied with whatever your passion is. It has to make you feel, not just feel good inside, but on the outside, that your needs are met, that you are comfortable. And that's what we have for you right now.
Okay,
sorry the cards did not get much clearer, really.
We'll try again some other time.
That's right. All right, Asel, you are up, and then Mohaha, Sile, Lena, Libracus, Gina, Sonali, Angel Rivera, Yolo, Divine You, and Real Life Love.
And I believe Asel has already posted their question.
Oh, there it is. What should you do? Well, definitely go in. But let's take a look at what the situation looks like. Let's do that.
And you're welcome, Angel Mary.
We will grab this one. You're not taking my shuffle space yet. I need it at least for part of the show, Sonny. You can put your head on my arm.
I'd like to think, Estelle, that in most jobs, certainly the ones I've had a lot in my life, that depending on where you were at, if this was more of a beginning level job or more of an intermediate level, that there is a learning curve.
There's a probationary period,
right,
where they give you, time to assimilate to the culture, to the routine, how things are done, where you fit in, all of that. So,
and a big part is about feeling comfortable,
Yeah.
Usually that happens with your general hopeful good orientation in the beginning, that certain people will help you orient. You're not just thrown into an office or something and said, there you go. So good luck, of course, and congratulations on a new job.
Yeah, absolutely. It's awesome.
Let's see what we can find out here.
Oh, it's the Queen of Swords, upright. And look at this. It's the King of Cups, upright.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
So all I have to say is, what are you worried about here?
Yeah.
There's the Four of Wands, upright.
This almost sounds like a love story in a way, like you meet somebody there and it works out.
Well, there's a couple ways I can look at this card. These cards. There's actually a number of ways. It's all good. So, the King of Cups could be somebody there. I don't know if there's a male you are working with who is very, very understanding, very kind of compassionate, and, certainly a person willing to work with you and mentor you. The Queen of Swords here could be you. This could be indicating here, your willingness to charge forth and take this task on. Just be ready to hit the ground running. Despite your fears, because ultimately this Four of Wands here indicates to me that I don't know if it's this job or maybe some of the training you're going to get here, but you are building a solid foundation for your future here, whether it's here or where this job may carry you in the future.
There's always the idea that maybe that's not a person, that's not you, that's not a person, but that these qualities are somehow there, or these situations that would bring these qualities into play, mostly, in my opinion, from yourself, that maybe this number one was a decisive kind of move on your part. There's a sense of precision and capability that's expressed there.
Right.
But there's also a sense of compassion. So this may be the kind of thing that you're going to really love what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't right now, maybe you're going to just really quickly come to love what this is, no matter what it is, even if it's something that somebody else would find boring or wrong in some ways. You're going to like it.
Lena, did you type your question already, just so I know? After a cell, there are two more people in front of you, so that's kind of where you're at right now. All right. You don't need to rewind just yet. Mr. O, that is really true. That is another way I could have taken this reading, that, you are really capable here. You just have to be very analytical and sharp-minded, Do what you need to do. Relax yourself before work. Do some meditation even. Try to go in with a very open mind, because you need that. You need to be mentally aware and clear-headed. And I think that you will love it, and I think that, like I said, there's a positive thing going on here. Very, very positive.
I think these two kind of show the idea that the environment is comfortable enough that you will feel like you can have friends there.
Yep. So let's see what else. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Let's see what else we can grab for you here. Got one. Wow, I can't believe I pulled this one again. Is this just my day for that? Ooh.
She pulled the ring and I pulled the cross.
Well, obviously, I think what this is saying is that you do have to fight a lot of anxiety that you have with this commitment that you've made to this job. That's what it looks like to me here. So the cards are saying there are no worries, but I think you have to fight your anxieties over what you're feeling here about the job because of the way that these two felt. So if it was the other way, I would say, you are being committed to letting go of those anxieties. But here, it looks as though you're still going to be fighting it for a while. Remember, we're all very, very nervous when we start new jobs. That's just a given. Even the most confident people, they have to make a lot of new connections. They have to make sure they make the right impression. There's a lot of pressure on you. So cut yourself just a little bit of slack here because I think you're going to do okay.
I think it's really important what Banshee says. I think these cards project the idea that no matter how you feel, the anxiety you feel, you are qualified and you are important enough to really fit in there. You're going to fit in with the culture too. I think that's what this says. So try to give yourself a little bit of a break and, just go with the flow. And I think you're going to be okay. And I do hope you'll let us know too, Estelle.
Absolutely. Keep us posted and wish you luck. All right, so
Thanks.
Mohaha, you are up, and then Sile, Lena, Libra Cusp, Gina, Sinelli, Angel Rivera, Yellow, Divine You, and Real Life Love.
Alrighty. So,
yes.
you're welcome, Estelle. For those who don't know, we do a happy hour, so there'll be one this next Saturday, we believe. We haven't set that date totally. There are some possible circumstances that might prevent it. But also, too, I'm looking for it and I can't find it. Oh, well, I thought I had something to show everybody, but I don't. Well, this is coming out on Wednesday, our modality message, which is our unique astrological tarot reading, where rather than the elemental associations, we look at your modality associations, the kind of thing that puts your sign in a group with non-elemental signs. Yes?
Mohaha, second call for you. If you could get your question out there. I don't think they posted one. I'm just going to double check. Maybe they were just saying hi.
No, I don't believe they posted either. So.
Can I be added? They said so.
Looks like we're tilting over there on the backdrop.
Are we?
Yeah, mine looks tilted.
The camera must have moved. Oh, so maybe somebody bumped the camera. I didn't notice that.
It wasn't me, and it would have been at the top.
Yeah,
of the
that's what I
camera.
meant, that one.
Well, we can get ready to move on from...
Last call for Mohaha, and why don't you type your question, Sile? Because you are next. And then Lena, Libra Cusp, Gina, Sinelli, Angel Rivera, Yolo, Divine You, and Real Life Vlog. So if Mohaha pops in right now, we can read for you, but otherwise, Sile, you are up. As I play with my orange, I don't know if this is carnelian or an agate. It could be a fire agate. This is definitely carnelian. Okay.
All right, so we're waiting for...
Sile.
Hope they're still with us.
All right, so Sile, Lena, Libra, Cusp, Gina, Sinelli, Angel Rivera, Yolo, Divine You, Real Life Vlog. I'm going to put a note by Mohaha. If they come back, maybe we can squeeze them in. Hey, you are welcome, Estelle. I hope Cups, Seeley has not abandoned us either. Is there a question from them?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, second, well, probably last call by now for Seeley.
But Lena is next then.
Yep. And I'm not sure. Is there a question from Lena? Because I didn't see that either.
I'll look. No, I don't see one.
This is the way our show goes sometimes. So let me put a no by them. And
general reading for Lena. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, and they were going to rewind, so we can just go ahead and start theirs.
Well, let's do Lena's reading now because...
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do Lena's reading now.
Is it my deck? It is, isn't it? Do I have to take us off camera?
Let's take this off camera, Mr. O.
I'll leave the mic on.
Oh, Sonny, just silent me out at me.
Okay, general reading for Lena.
That always gets extra petting. He
Indeed.
knows.
You're just trying to make me feel guilty.
Me?
Maybe.
I could have wore my pumpkin shirt too.
I know, but I didn't want...
You didn't want to match
I didn't
me.
want the competition.
Ah,
You would just look more like a pumpkin.
you are funny. All right, Mr. O.
I'm a scream.
A scream.
Well, all in the
Shriek.
spirit of Halloween.
A banshee wail. Well,
Okay,
that's
Lena.
me. All right, we have the Four of Cups reversed. We have the King of Swords reversed. But then we have the Three of Discs upright. It's funny, Lena's the one who said she was at work, right?
Yeah.
There you are, doing a great job. Let's see here. It seems as though, with the King of Swords reversed, you might be having a difficult time making a decision of some sort. I don't know what it could be about.
But isn't this about making a decision too?
The Four of Cups?
Reversed?
The Four of Cups reversed is about new opportunities coming, yes. And that,
Contemplating choices. Well,
I think
making
the
a
Seven
decision.
of Cups is more about that to me, making a choice or decision. This is about the fact that new opportunities are coming, and maybe you are more ready to embrace them. But the problem is that you will have difficulties deciding on, what it is you should actually do, whether you should take one of these new opportunities on or not. And my feeling is that you should take something that really makes you stand out in some way. I think you're ready for that somehow, to take on either more responsibility or something. What do you think?
Well, I think it's also saying go where you feel your creative pursuits are appreciated or possibly mentored. That kind of thing. And I agree with Banshee mostly here. It just does seem to me like it's saying that some sort of, not so much a turning point, but maybe a realization of some sort that to some degree you may have been holding yourself back from making a decision because you were still thinking about what opportunities were there. But now you're realizing there are these opportunities and it really is time to do that. So you're still struggling maybe with that little bit of doubt, but really you're looking for that opportunity that matches all of your temperaments, whether they are creative or whether they just match skills or feelings you have about where you want to put yourself.
So the King of Swords is the cautionary thing here, to make sure that whatever you decide to do, if you choose to take on a new opportunity or goal at this time, make sure it's worthwhile to you. Make sure it's something that really allows you to grow and flourish in some way. That you feel good about, but not only feel good about, that you can, maybe become a master at,
Exactly.
Yeah. Grab that Lenormand, Mr.
Oh, okay. That too.
That too.
Oh.
Oh. Well,
So I have pulled the gentleman.
That pulls a wrench in things, doesn't it? But it was a general reading, remember? Wow.
Okay, well, my feeling is that maybe there's somebody...
Hang on. Mohaha, we had to pass you, but we will fit you in if you don't move and stay after we finish this reading, okay?
Yeah, you can go ahead and type your question in now.
Yes.
Because we're almost finished.
Type it in, but we had to pass you by because you didn't come when we called you. Go ahead.
Okay, so my feeling is that this is Angel Mary?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
This is Lena. I'm
Lena.
sorry. This is Lena. I think, like these cards were suggesting opportunities, I think the key is through somebody you will meet business-wise or other who maybe will mentor or see the gem that can be polished that is you.
Hey, Lena, we're not going to repeat what we said already, so you might want to rewind this to see the whole thing, but I'm finishing this up with him.
Right, it's like just 5 minutes or so.
Right, two people weren't in the room when we called them, so we went on to your reading. So, the key is, Lena, I don't know, did you say something about mentorship here?
Right, that maybe there's an opportunity.
That's exactly what I'm thinking too, that maybe somebody will guide you in some way, possibly even to this new opportunity or the right course that you should take. I almost feel that way. So if you are indecisive about a major decision you need to make, whether it's career-wise, money-wise, whatever the case may be, seek out somebody who can help advise you. Sometimes we need somebody from the outside to take a look at things that we aren't very clear about.
And like we said, just rewind about 5 minutes or so back from here and you'll see it. But my feeling is that this is a person who is interested in your development. You may already know them or they will be noticing you.
And that's what we have for you, Lena. So yes, this reading was for you. So you can go ahead and rewind and take a look at it.
And thank you. Whoops.
And thanks for the question. Okay, so we have Mohaha will help me to get a job soon.
All right.
All right.
We have your question, Mohaha.
Let's start with this. Let's do a yes, no, and see if they'll help. See what it says.
And you're welcome.
You are welcome, Lena. Thanks to the people in the room who stopped in at my Material Matters show today. And if you haven't caught it, it's still valid for the week ahead.
Yes, it is.
So do check that out. It'll give you the skinny on what's going on in the financial world for the elemental signs of the zodiac.
Also, I have 2 shows on too. The Emotional Exchanges on Fridays and Dark Goth Tarot on Wednesdays.
Ooh.
You're welcome, Moha.
You're welcome, Moha. Glad we could get you in. You came back before we got too far down the list. So we're reading for Mohaha. If Sile has come back, we'll read for Sile. And then will be Libra Cuss, Gina, Sinelli, Angel Rivera, Yolo, Divine You, and Real Life Love. That's okay. That's all right. Let me just so I can keep track of things. All right.
Were you counting?
Well, oh yes, thank you. You know, with him here, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just hard from this angle. It's leaning towards no. Will they help you? I feel like they may try to offer you some help, or maybe not. Let's go through this. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. We have the Nine of Cups reversed. And we have the Chariot reversed. Now, the Ace only means that it's leaning towards no. We look for how many aces we get in a reading to give a yes, no. But this Nine of Cups reversed and the Chariot are really what's troubling to me. It seems like you're not being okay, Sile. General reading, we'll do it right after Mohaha. Yeah,
right
we had
after
called
this
you
one.
earlier, but you weren't in the room. So we'll get you in right after this, okay? The Chariot and the Nine of Cups indicates to me that there's just seems to be nothing happening. The Chariot is very slow movement, or kind of movement in the opposite direction. And also the Nine of Cups reversed to me indicates that maybe if this person finds something for you, it's not fulfilling in some way. It's not either meeting your needs financially, materially, or maybe there's something about the work that you just would not enjoy.
Okay, Seeley, we got your message. We will do that. Mohaha, I sort of feel that N, maybe either because they have a reason or they don't have a good reason, is not very interested in helping you, or doesn't have a strong emotional reason, friendship or otherwise, to help you, perhaps. But maybe they're not motivated to help you for some reason.
Oh.
Maybe they're somehow needing something else, or they don't have the motivation or the drive to just do the task itself. So it could be that maybe they're a person who is more empty promises, which could be a Nine of Cups reversed, something promised that doesn't really happen. So I feel it's leaning towards no, and it may be that they're just not really that person that can help you, or that they don't really have an interest or a way of helping you. No problem, Celie. We're good.
We're good. We'll get you next. We didn't go that far down the list, so we'll fit you in. Oh, I think it's your turn.
No, it isn't. Or I don't remember, but it doesn't matter. Or does it?
This one got stuck in my fingers, so it's coming. Oh, interesting. Well, I have the garden, and he has the ship, which is interesting. Mohaha. It indicates to me, the way I look at it, you might get more success if you make a move towards broadening your search beyond this person. In other words, if you're looking for jobs, somebody to help you, you may have to ask around. It might take other people, whether through social media connections, whether through networking, some other connections that you may be able to find, a job.
That's my overall thought here too, is that this is saying your success in this journey is more going to be about the efforts you make, that you probably need to expand it beyond just any number one person or a couple persons. So if N, or a person like N, could help you with that, then maybe it all works out. But basically, you're going to need to cast your net a little farther, if I want to also use another nautical kind of term.
And it might be a good idea, Mohaha, because you may find something on your own that's more satisfying to you, that will fill your needs more. But that's the way the cards are falling today.
So the basic answer is maybe not. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to help you, and that maybe you could, do more for yourself in this regard.
Yeah. So good luck with that, and feel free to check in on that again with us, Mohaha. We'll see if things shift and change. Okay, Celie, I'm going to look at your question here. General reading, absolutely. Anything useful for growth? Okay. Oh, I like your pumpkins, Libra. All right, so Sile, and then Libra, Cusp, Gina, Sonali, Angel Rivera, YOLO, Divine You, and Real Life Love. We're back on track to get again. I'm glad we're able to read for everybody on the list, so this has worked out well. All right, so Sile is up, and I think it's your deck, Mr. O.
Okay.
For this general reading, focusing on maybe things on growth.
Okay, I'm going to use my Karma Tarot, Karma Music Tarot.
Whatever is what it is true sometimes with the tarot, Sile. You get what you get sometimes.
The thing about tarot is that sometimes we think we know what the question we're asking is, but sometimes tarot will say, maybe you should think about something else over here on the side, because we're not, I've seen that so much, especially when I was an early reader. It just seemed like the cards often said they should be asking a different question.
Or even when we read for ourselves, I know that for a fact. It's like, why are they telling me about this now? Oh, because that's what I really should be focusing on. And sometimes you ignore the things the cards tell you. I think I'm going to have a soul story about that someday.
I'm almost this close to doing my first ever soul story. I swear I'm going to do. Do I have the ad for it? No,
I'm glad you bring that up, because I am thinking of a couple of soul stories.
Yes, well, it's almost another anniversary that happens in October
Real
for
Life
me.
Vlog. Hey, Mr. Maurice.
Hi, Mr. Maurice.
We will add you at the bottom of the list, but we're moving along, so we've got a few in front of you, though, a bit. I'll go over the list again.
Look forward to more soul stories from me and Banshee in the future.
All right, so Libra Cusp is up, and then... Am I right? No, we're doing Sile.
Right.
Sile is up, and then Libra, Cusp, Gina, Sonali, Angel Rivera, YOLO, Divine You, Real Life Vlog, and Mr. Maurice. Just so you know where you are, Mr. Maurice.
Yes, it's another busy Sunday afternoon.
Hey, but we're moving. We're moving. It's not even the hour mark yet. I'm feeling okay.
I'm feeling okay. We're going to make it.
All right.
This was a general, and with, not holding back on what energies we might actually see there.
7 of Coins upright.
The 7 of Coins upright.
Ooh. The Hanged Man reversed. And the Wheel reversed. Well, useful to your growth.
Well, the Hangman could be speaking about growth, and it could be indicating that maybe you haven't really found yourself in the right perspective for that. And some of that is because you probably have been dealing with some bad cycles of luck, or just bad cycles in general where you're not quite getting to the top of your cycle. Some of this maybe is indicated as being more financial, perhaps. There seems to be just maybe a certain level of procrastination between maybe some of your material aspects and then maybe some of your higher aspects, which is epitomized by the Hangman reverses. Like maybe you can do okay on some material levels, but when you're really trying to go deeper, something is blocking, or something is sort of making you not want to go further.
This is such a toughie. I have so many... the Hangman is one of those cards, I would say, in the Major Arcana that gives me a little bit of trouble. Because there's a lot of ways I can interpret that. Him coming off the tree. Sometimes it's about an inability to focus on others, you focus on yourself. But I don't know. Sometimes it's about coming off the tree and sharing what you've learned with others. I see a positive angle to the Hanged Man coming off the tree. And sometimes I see a negative one where he is refusing to look at all sides of something, He's got his set opinion on how things should be, and he sticks with it. And I'm wondering here, if that's not the problem, or the fact that you kind of get stuck when you dwell on, the difficulties that you face, the downturns of the wheel, as kind of like when your things go wrong for you, you kind of get hung up there and you fall into old patterns. You don't think of another way around it. And the farmer here, it's funny you mentioned that about growth before, because this is about growth as well as the Hanged Man, because the farmer is tending to crops and trying to figure out what more he needs to grow his crops. Sometimes we get so stuck and lost in thought and thinking about what needs to be done, but also falling back on our old patterns, getting stuck in our thinking is not helping us turn that wheel. We need to turn that wheel, and we need to change and grow. So I guess the question for you, Sile, for the general reading is, what are you willing to do to turn that wheel and learn and grow? I think that's it.
Right, because, the Hangman, whether reversed or not, really does talk about our spirit, our soul, our ability to make changes that often may not be comfortable changes, that maybe we have to give up something to get something better, or to at least understand something we really need to understand. This was saying that maybe that's what you wrestle with, that's what you need to focus on is where you can make those changes that are necessary.
The wheel is about change, even when it's reversed, it's going to change. And so the thing is, how willing are you to change and go with the flow of the wheel, to navigate those ups and downs smoothly, not to get hung up on them, but to, roll with the punches. I feel that that's where you need to grow. And let's take the Lenormand and see what else they may have to say about it. I think it's your turn this time.
Aww.
Oh, huh.
I pulled the dog. And the dog is about loyalty, good friends and loyalty. Aww. Double aww. Banshee pulled the heart.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That's gorgeous.
So, gee, I don't know what to say about that. There's a lot of things I could say. One thing is to be, first off, on a personal level, be true to your heart. Be true to yourself, do the things that, and the best way to be true to yourself, I feel in this case, is to learn how to be flexible and grow. The other thing is, I really feel this might be talking about something else here in this general reading, Sile. I feel what this means is that open your heart to love, and friendship and camaraderie right now. Maybe this is a time where you need people in your life. You need the joy you get from companionship and others around you. It will help you in these times where you feel uncertain about change.
I agree with that a lot. I think she says it better than I can say it, so I'm not going to recap it too much, but I will say that it maybe goes to the idea about the Hanged Man, because when you think about the Hanged Man, no matter how they appear in a spread, they usually do suggest the idea of a solitary feeling there. You are on the outside. You're the other. You're not quite in line with everybody else. And so this card could be saying that where you find the support or the camaraderie or the resonance with other souls like your own or enough, that's where you should go.
And that's what we have for you. Hey, good luck with that, Sile.
Good luck, Sile. All right. Don't worry, real life.
Libra Cusp, you are up. And then Gina, Sonali, Angel Rivera, Yellow, Divine You, Real Life Vlog, and Mr. Maurice.
Oh my goodness.
Did the grasshopper have?
You're welcome, Sile.
Aww. So you took it for a ride, huh, Libra?
That sounds familiar.
Well, we got to do my rainbow deck for that one again, I think. Get this one in a few more times.
Hi, Sanjip.
Oh, hey, Sanjib. We'll add you to the list. You'll be at the bottom.
So it may be a little while. We'll call.
I'm going to put a temporary cutoff at Sandra being the last reading. So I think that's enough to carry us through the day.
All right. Yep. We're at the beginning of our second hour, so all is well.
So far.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. And don't forget, you can also come back on Thursdays. We're on from 7 to 9 p.m. Thursdays. It tends to be a little slower on Thursdays than on Sundays. And as we mentioned, one way or the other, we're going to do at the top of our program the special birthday wish spread for our friend Libra, whether they're here or not. And they can always just go back and look at it later. And that's just what we like to do for folks here and there.
Okay.
All right, good. I hope you do wait.
Yeah, you'll be the 9th reading, counting the person we're doing now. So. But we should be able to fit you in, because I think we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we did 6. Uh-oh. We better get a move on, Mr. O. But we do have announcements in the beginning and stuff. Okay, wow, this is the 8 of coins upright. And then, mysteriously, here's the Chariot again, but the Chariot is reversed. That's been coming up a bit today.
It's come up in some of my other readings, too.
Uh-oh. And then we have Death reversed. Whoa, whoa. Talk about full stop. It's interesting you're taking this grasshopper for a ride, and our cards are saying there's a full stop going on here. You've got Death reversed. You've got the Chariot reversed. That 8 of Pentacles says you need to work on this. And Grasshopper is saying, why aren't you getting a move on? Maybe that's why Grasshopper's in your cards, and you were able to take it a ride for so long. You're stuck.
The 8 often talks about the process of becoming. And so I think that maybe that's what the grasshopper's talking about. There's the parable about how the grasshopper wasn't industrious enough. With the Chariot reverse, so this could be just saying that you have things you need to do, but maybe you're just feeling a little bit stagnant or out of motivation. We are asking you to remember that parable about the grasshopper and the ant. It's the Aesop's fable. If you don't remember, the short story is that the grasshopper expected everybody to help him out, but he didn't really want to contribute. This is just saying maybe that the grasshopper says, keep going on your path. Don't let little delays or feelings of stagnation kind of derail you. There are things you need to learn, and once you learn them, you're going to be augmented.
There's something you need to work on that you're not, and you're stuck. And that's the way I look at that too. Sometimes that card also indicates, you look at that character on the 8 here, and they are doing some detailed work here, So my thinking is that, there's something you need to pay attention to and to work on. And Grasshopper's saying it's time to do that. Stop putting it off, or stop avoiding it, maybe, as the case may be, because you've got both those cards, Death and the Chariot, about immobility in their own ways.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because they both are very similar, those two. Alrighty. Whoops.
Yeah, Mr. Maurice, you are going to be second from the last. There might be some other people that come in, but you'll be near the end of our live stream if we do that career reading for you.
Alrighty.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Is this some unfinished business between another individual, a man maybe, or some children? I don't know here, but there's a male and female figure, and the female could be you, Libra. So is there some unfinished business here that needs to be done? Some work.
Right, it could be. I don't get that specifically from either of those two, so I'm going to rely on Banshee here. But I think it sort of goes along with what we were saying.
How so?
Well,
it does. I think, like I said, this may involve someone else. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It's interesting when we get both people like that and together. So that indicates to me there's something unfinished between you and someone else, it looks like.
Well, maybe this is about some sort of friendship or relationship. Maybe it's about a relationship that's going
or family.
Or family, but maybe it's about something that needs to understand that lesson that we were saying, that, you always have to be prepared, you always have to work on yourself, and you have to work around those issues of non-motivation or feeling like, everything is not working your way, the stagnation thing.
Right. So the other thing about this is it may just mean, Libra, that, this work, like I mentioned, this work that you need to do, whether it's on the self or other thing, has, it may be because it may have sprung out of a situation that involved another. So in other words, maybe there's nothing to resolve between the two of you, but it's because of that situation that now things are the way they are, perhaps. That's the only other way I can, interpret that. All right, Libra, that's what we have for you today. Something to ponder there. And we're going to move on to Gina. Good to see you back, my friend. I hope you are doing well. After Gina will be Sonali, Angel Rivera, YOLO, Divine You, Real Life Vlog, Mr. Maurice with a career reading, and Sanjin.
Alrighty.
Okay, well, we're getting closer, but not quite. There's still a few people in front of you. 1, 2, 3, 4 in front of you, real life, after Gina. We're working on Gina right now. Oh, I just want to mix these up a little more.
And another call for Gina.
Uh-oh, third call for Gina.
Third.
We can always fit Gina in later if she pops back too, just like we did with the others.
That's true. So just in case, who would be next?
That would be Sonali next.
Okay.
So Sonali...
You're welcome, real life.
Sonali, why don't you go ahead and type your question, and we'll take you, or if Gina pops back in, we'll grab... There she is.
Oh, okay.
From the Oracle deck.
And Sonali did post a question earlier, so we can look at that too. Yep, there it is. Okay.
Oh, that is so awesome. Well, Gina, I can use the Sacred Forest I have.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
I can use the Sacred Forest one, or if you'd rather, I can use a postcard from Spirit today. I have this one out. So let me know your choice. Where is my Sacred Forest?
And then right after Gina, we will do Sonali's reading for Divine Message from Higher Self.
Okay, we'll do that one next, Sonali, after Gina.
Mm-hmm.
So let me think. Oh, Gina, would you like the postcards from Spirit, or would you like the Sacred Forest? There is that delay because I have it today.
Mm-hmm.
So. Sorry I gave that choice, but I thought I would. And, well, you know what? I'm going to make an executive decision here.
Does that mean you're reading her mind?
No.
Because that's happened before. Or
It has.
versa. Or vice versa.
You know what, Gina? I'm going to read for you from the postcards from Spirit. It's coming out for Halloween season. Could you put them by you for now? Thank you. I'm going to have Mr. O pick one out.
All right.
But I can read it. It's a little bit faint, so.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, and Gina said postcard from Spirit. Okay.
So in addition to all the other things going on, we're also going to be doing our first live appearance, reading together as a team. We've read for years, but not as a team, at a Detroit area Witches Ball event. We're going to be reading cards during the Bazaar section, which is earlier in the day. That's later in October.
Tree, sorry.
Yes.
It's not conducive. Pick one, Mr. O.
I'm trying.
You've got it. All right. Ah. So why is it doing that?
Oh. Turn it the other way.
I did.
Okay.
It says on the front of it in very faint print, "You are loved." So let's have a look here. Dear you, do you feel like you need to do all the work and fix everything for everyone? Or you might have no value? Gee, I don't know. This doesn't sound like the Gina I know. Maybe you think you need to control everything or else nothing will get done, be healed or completed. You may think you need to conform to what others expect of you or choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome. But we don't think that would be a good choice. How about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set boundaries. Delegate responsibility to another. Ask for your needs to be met. And when faced with an impossible situation or sticky and meshed relationship, repeat this mantra. I didn't cause it, I can't control it, and it's not my job to cure it. Then carry on. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part is everything just seems to work beautifully and honestly in the end. Love you so much. So you know what I think it's saying here is really this idea that it's not up to you to fix the world, and I think you know that, and you don't have to. And maybe it's time to set some boundaries and also say it's okay to step back a little bit for you. You know, everybody needs, time to process, time to heal. So this is just saying you can't be everything to everybody. And it's what it says here. Nothing will get done or be healed, be completed if you don't take care of you and set some boundaries. I love it too, because actually I should listen to that message from time to time. Just saying no. No is very healthy, I have to say. No is incredibly healthy. It was really funny. I just want to look at something, and if I can't find it right away, I won't. But something caught my eye in the beginning, and maybe I will DM you about it. You know what? I will look later and DM you about it. Because when I saw this particular card and it was just the back of the card, I thought, this message must be for Gina. But he didn't pick it, so I will check it later. But that's what we have for you, Gina. Good luck with that. No is a complete sentence. 100%. Hey, Dr. V. Well,
hi, Dr. Victor.
I'll add you to the list, but we'll see how it goes.
It's a little tight.
It's a little tight. But we're done with Gina, and we have Sonali's questions. So your deck, I believe?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are very welcome. As always, Gina.
You're welcome, Gina.
As always. Well, I got the light. And we're hoping we're sharing the love today. Sunny is not sharing table space, however, though, that's why it's messing with my tree, because I have to lean here, which I haven't had to do. He's muscled his way in. thanks for that little extra space, Sonny. Like about an inch. All right.
3 cards?
Just a minute, let me divine. Yes, absolutely. Let's do past, present, and future as 3 cards.
Okay, this was Sonali, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Divine message from my higher self, past, present, and future.
So we have the 2 of Wands reversed, the High Priestess upright, and the 5 of Cups reversed. Past, present, future.
I think that's what you wanted, right? Or are you talking about your divine spirits from the past? I think that's what you wanted. So let's take a look at this here. We have that's the 2 of Rods, Mr. O.
Yes, I said that.
Okay, I needed confirmation. And the High Priestess and the 5 of Cups. So past, I think that, you've experienced, divine wants you to think about, what you can take from past failures, The divine message here is, what have you learned? What have you learned from things that have not gone the way you had hoped they would, the way you expected they would? There's a meaning there for you that the divine wants you to think about. So you might have to take some time and look at some areas, maybe do a journal entry on what really, has not turned out right for you, but what was the takeaway from that experience?
The takeaway, in my opinion, was you probably shouldn't have waited so long. You probably should have realized the thing wasn't happening. Whatever it was that you weren't going to accomplish that, and you probably should have changed your plans or how you approached them earlier than what you did. You waited too long, and this brought more of a sense of discontentment. So then in the present...
the present...
is much better.
Well, I think the message from the divine is this. Connect with them. Connect with them. You are very sensitive right now, and your abilities could be very strong. I feel the High Priestess here is saying, that maybe even you have some powerful allies there, or people looking out for you, or, spirits that are trying to connect with you.
Right. She has bird wings, and in many of the other cultures of the world, the birds represent spirit messengers. And I think this is saying that whoever you already know from the past, or who will know in the future, there's a timelessness when you are in the realm of spirit. And so you just need to meditate about that, because your allies, like Banshee was saying, are there in spirit, whether you've already known them or you've yet to know them. And they're strong for you. That's what the High Priestess is about, is the strength of true wisdom that's not tainted by any emotionality or other factors.
And the future, the message for the future is this. Forget, take what you've learned from this past experience, but let your anxieties, your sorrows, any recriminations you may have about what you did or didn't do, let them go and move forward confidently to new opportunities as they present themselves to you.
Right. The spirit of your higher self of the future is wanting to remind you to remember the message from the past, so that you don't just create a cycle there.
Yes. And let's see what the Lenormand could add to this. I got to tell you something in a minute, Sonali, once we're done with the reading. I don't know if you thought of this at all, but I think I'll surprise you.
Okay, you will.
I will. It's not so much about Sonali, but it's about something related. Oh, man.
The fish and the heart.
You know what? The divine is saying to you, in all that you do, in everywhere you go now, open your heart with love to the divine. I would say this is really saying, open your heart with love to the divine flow, and invite prosperity and abundance into your life. Abundance does not have to be just about money. Abundant love, abundant companionship, abundant heart, peace. I feel this is just open your heart to the flow.
Yes, this is a strong message
Really
from all the spirits of your higher self, saying that flow towards what you desire is possible. You just have to love yourself and love what you're doing as much as possible.
This was a really awesome reading. And you know what, Sonelli? I just got to tell you, I like this reading. I think I'm going to make a 3-card reading out of it. A divine message from the past, present, and future. That makes perfect sense to me. But Mr. O has been coming up with ideas for readings for the holiday seasons, both
that
Christmas,
seems
past, and also for the Halloween season. So I see a reason we can resurrect this reading again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see? Yes.
All right.
It's amazing how that happens. Well, thank you, Sonelli, for that question. It's a very interesting reading.
And that means
we are on Angel Rivera. And he wanted 1 card, I believe. And then YOLO, Divine You, Real Life Law, Mr. Maurice, Sanjib, and Dr. V. As we move along here. So 1 card. We used your deck?
Mm-hmm.
We did use your deck. So let's go ahead with the Golden Girls, who have not shown up yet. Oh, from the what deck? The Spirit, from Spirit Deal? Oh, Message from Spirit?
The Spirit postcard?
Oh, the postcard from Spirit?
The postcard from Spirit?
Or the Sacred Forest? Yeah, postcard from Spirit. Okay.
But you know what? The postage is due. Are you going to pay for that?
No, the girls are fine. Oh, the Golden Girls. Got it. Message from Spirit. Got it.
So, no postcard.
Sorry for the confusion.
I feel like a golden girl now. I'm forgetting everything.
Well, it's easy to make a mistake, and we were talking about this last reading we just did, so, which was about, I just can't wait till we start working on your ideas.
I'm schizophrenic.
Often...
And I'm schizophrenic, too.
Often I'm the idea person, but sometimes Mr. O comes up with the ideas, and then says, can you flesh it out for me? And
voila.
And voila. Something just happened and clicked.
Yes. She makes my great work look greater.
Oh, come on. There you go.
She makes my dream look passable. Do you want to just pick from my hands 1 card?
Yes, let's do it that way. I cut him first, though. Like, oh, you didn't. That's okay. Does not matter.
You deserve a golden girl today, Angel.
Right, yeah, here. Well, look at you. I pulled that up right. The King of Wands. So, the King of Wands, I think you are in a good place right now. You yourself. Hey, the whole world can be going to hell around you, but you are doing fine. And but I also sense here that this is a time where you could show a little leadership and try to get everybody else around you, going in the right direction. I feel like maybe there's a sense of people needing that around you right now. They may need a little leadership from you or a little guidance from you.
It's a card of potentially mentoring. It's a card of being able to attract people to yourself and to your cause. So maybe you're like that tipping point kind of person, the person that can bring things together even if you don't necessarily have the direct agency or authority to do that. You just plug in things
I think that's a very positive card. So let's muck it up and look at the second card for you, the bottom card. But guess what?
No.
It's the King of Pentacles upright.
Whoa.
I know. And the King of Pentacles upright is basically, sheesh. You know, again, business material world right now, you are sitting pretty. And, you know, it shows too that this is a good time, I think, to get your own financial affairs in order.
I'm struck that he looks a little bit like Scotty from Star Trek, the older Scotty. And so I'm just going to say that the engines can stand the strain. You know, this is a card of somebody who maybe is really good at securing things too. The whole engineering concept.
Very regal, Angel. I don't know what's up with you, but honestly, I'd take it and run. So financially, materially, it does seem, again, your focus seems to be on the workplace, you know, in the work world. Or some major projects you're working on, and maybe this will tell the tale because of the card.
It's just the way it hit me, you know.
What do you got?
Key and ship.
Wow. So it shows that you are on the move in some way. I don't know if this has to do with a business trip or just something moving in your line of work. The key is being flexible and going with the tide a little bit, but it's also that there's some moves and changes coming.
Could there be a fact-finding mission, whether it's an actual physical thing or something more, you know, metaphysical, but towards the idea of where the understanding will lie, I'm wondering?
You know, this just looks like
something?
I don't know whether you're going to be given some role. Oh, I hate to say it, Angel. God forbid, a committee assignment, you know, something where you're leading a team on something, because to me, this looks like some kind of leadership role coming up. You know,
the only reward for hard work is more hard work.
So I'm wondering about that. Okay.
So that's what we have.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Thanks again.
All right. So after Angel Rivera is YOLO.
All right, YOLO.
Has YOLO posted a question yet? If
I don't
not,
believe so. YOLO,
right,
are you hanging around?
After YOLO is Divine You, then Real Life Vlog, Mr. Maurice, Sanjib, and Dr. V. I do believe we'll make it, Mr. O.
You're welcome, Angel.
Hey, you're very welcome. I'm glad to give you some positive cards once in a while.
I love those kings. Those were awesome.
I know. And it's funny, the deck is about the Golden Girls, and what does Angel Rivera get? The guys.
Okay, YOLO. Sure.
Absolutely. Your deck?
Yeah, I'm going to use the English Magic Tarot. Okay, so my cards are upside down. What are we looking at?
And now he wants a belly rub. Give me that mouse. You cutting them?
No, you're going to shuffle.
Well, you know. Golden girl and all. Oh, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that, YOLO. We just thought we'd tease our Halloween season, which for us starts with the fall equinox. But I'm giving a nod to fall here as well.
A friend of mine is a seamstress, and they are designing a fabulous outfit for me to wear at my card reading event in October. And I have promised them that there will be a special unboxing video, and I'll model the clothing or whatever.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm looking forward to it. It's sort of
a
kind
runway
of like
show, Mr. O?
yeah.
God.
I can do that.
Well, he's allowing me to buy an outfit.
I'm not allowing, I'm insisting.
That's true, too. He knows my wardrobe. Anyway.
Well, I just know that you were jealous of my outfit.
Interesting reading here for yellow, and we'll, of course, do the bottom for you. So I should keep this way, the way I had it. So that's the two of coins upright. Judgment upright, and the Ace of Swords reversed. So this is basically an angel message about future overall. So as an overall view, I think, this is really interesting. I think overall, the message is that your future is going to be very, very, is going to sometimes seem like a juggling act to you. You have to manipulate a lot of different things in order to keep things on an even keel. It's not always going to be easy, but it'll be dynamic because there's a constant flow going on here. And I feel that, the Judgment card is here upright to say that people will acknowledge your ability to, navigate life's ups and downs. And even the divine, to some extent, will do that. It is like, you will be rewarded in some ways for that. But along the way, there's no doubt that there are going to be times where, all that struggling will seem like it amounts to nothing, that there is an empty victory. But I think ultimately what Judgment is trying to say, if you stay the course, if you maintain, if you stay in balance, you will get out of the situation what you put into it. So if you've done, your due diligence here, everything is going to turn out all right for you.
I'm getting a little different picture. I don't think that anything she said is wrong necessarily, but I'm getting...
Well, thanks. I hope
I'm getting an intuitive... I just want to accentuate or say that I do believe that maybe to some degree these are about decisions that you're making, and it's about some of your basic spiritual questions. But I think it's also pertains a little bit to the real world in terms of maybe some legal decisions that may not go necessarily your way, and maybe Spirit wants you to understand this can happen. It may not be the defining thing about your life if the particular legal thing doesn't work out. And what I think that could be would just be things that are either amounting to possible inheritances or possible property settlements or things like that. Anything where maybe there's a question about something that you have an interest in and that you want to necessarily secure that interest. There may be some questions about struggle there.
So I pulled the bottom card in the deck, and it is the Three of Swords reversed. So to me, this indicates, again, sort of in line with what I was saying, that, Divine is saying, too, that, you're going to have to learn to roll with these punches, with the, remember how I said that there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. Don't dwell on the losses. It looks as though there will be times where you will find yourself in healing mode, and I really feel like this is a positive card in this regard. It indicates to me that no matter what happens here, I feel that you're going to come out of this okay because you know how to heal from losses. You know how to heal from setbacks. You know how to pull yourself back on your feet again and get this balance.
Well, whether it's about either of our interpretations or how they blend together, I think this card does say that the healing process may be a big part of the journey here, and that there's a lot of lessons to be learned, judgment lessons, by what you find out as you are healing from this process.
I pulled, I know, maybe I shouldn't have.
The Lady and the Sith.
Well, the Scythe is not facing the Lady, so what I think I would say here is that
it kind of goes along with the swords we have.
in a way it does. So I guess too, I think the divine is trying to say is that sometimes, well, God, I'm getting two messages. I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to say them both when I go.
I sort of indicated that there were struggles with some of these things happening. Some of them I thought could have been legal, but I won't rule out that maybe there are other kinds of struggles going on. And I think the angels are wanting you to be prepared for that, to try to be fair and understand maybe where this fits into your overall evolution and development. And so that's the final point here, is that this is really not going to destroy you. The scythe is not going to destroy you, but it is the idea that there is some separations that need to happen, that maybe you have to figure out where you can let go of some things in your life that are not about your advancement.
Well, one of the first things I was going to say when I saw these two, and I'm still going to say it, is don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too cutting with yourself when you aren't able to juggle and manipulate things. Try to relax and try to get back into the rhythm and flow of life. The other thing I want to say is, that just popped into my head, is know when to cut your losses. Know when to cut your losses and move on. In other words, don't dwell on them. Don't try to make things work that aren't meant to work. And the other thing is, know when to make cutbacks in your life if you're juggling too many things at one time. The divine has said there's an art to that, It's sort of like what came up in Gina's reading today. Set boundaries for yourself and don't let yourself do too many things. Cut back.
I think you really tied in some of those other elements, especially with the Two of Coins there. So that's what we have, YOLO.
Good luck with that, YOLO. Good question. And thanks for the nice compliments again. Oh, you'll be seeing lots of Halloween wear going forward now, at least for me.
I never really think I look good in orange, and I probably don't have any other orange clothing in my wardrobe. So I'm making an exception for this.
Hey, Divine You. You are up, and after Divine You is Real Life Vlog, Mr. Maurice, Sanjib, and Dr. V. And we're going to fit you all in, but we are definitely stopping with Dr. V today. So after that, no more readings. When will my laziness? What? I mean, I've strongly started feeling, uh-oh. So in other words, you're just feeling a lack of motivation right now, Divine You. That can be from depression. That can be from other things, laziness. I get it because, well, I go through a little bit of that now with my health issues too. So I get it.
There are a number of planets that are retrograde right now, and a retrograde planet usually will dull or change the emphasis of how that energy works in your chart. And we're less than 2 weeks from Mercury going retrograde, which mostly works on messaging and systems that communicate. But even with the combination of those, it could explain some of the lack of motivation. There's so many different poles astrologically right now that I could see where a number of people may feel like they're really being pulled in different directions.
Hey, you're welcome, YOLO.
You are definitely welcome, YOLO. Thanks again.
All right, Mr. O, give it a good shuffle, and I think we're just going to look at what this might be about. Let's see what comes up. What maybe you have to do in order to make some changes to get out of this mood. Let's just see what the cards tell us. Well, discipline's a thing for me too. Sometimes it's other things. But yeah, and setting a routine, a good routine. Now that I'm retired, that is a real challenge for me, I will say.
You think? All right.
Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles here, upright. That's interesting.
That's very interesting.
We also have the Queen of Cups here, upright. Everything is upright, Divine You, and the Knight of Cups. And it's really funny you're having these issues, but maybe it's because there is something emotional you're still concerning yourself with that you need to work through. But it looks as though here that all of these cards are positive. There's just work that needs to be done on the self, and I feel that probably it's to make yourself more grounded emotionally. And is that the Knight of Cups?
Mm-hmm.
And again, this may have had to do with the coming or going of a situation that was connected to romance or the emotions, maybe something that just did not, and even if it's not that, then it's something that just was not, you're just feeling a lack of satisfaction in your life right now. I mean, that's the only way I can say it, but really, it feels like that shouldn't be there.
I feel like you want to find something you can really love and pour yourself into.
Oh, yes.
That would be about a challenge to you or about learning or doing something different. You are quite accomplished at almost anything you want, but what is maybe eluding you is it really what you've really wanted to do, what you really love to do, or what you really felt was what you are called to do? Sometimes those are not necessarily the same thing. And so I sort of see that with the interplay between the Queen of Cups, who I mostly have been talking about, but then there comes the Knight of Cups, where it's suggesting movement. And I'm wondering if you need to look for something else that will really give you purpose or give you a strong feeling.
Oh, thanks for refocusing me again, because truly this reading should have been about what can be done here. And I feel he's absolutely right. You need to work, if it's not, and I'm not saying it's your job, you seem pretty happy doing what you do, but I feel that, in your life, you have to work on bringing things into your life that rekindle joy and happiness in your life. What makes you happy? Why aren't you bringing more of that into your life? Are there hobbies? Are there things? And, maybe you're not working on things or motivated right now because the things you surround yourself with are really not the things that bring you joy. So it's time to do that again.
A lot of times we tell people, well, you just need to process this more. You need to go in deeper. With you, it may be more the opposite. It may be more that it's just time for you to find something else to focus with. And let your feelings be what they are, because I think that's what those are saying. It's okay to grieve whatever you feel you're missing or need or don't have anymore, but you need to also find something that you want to grow. This is a tree that's growing here, in this deck at least, but in other ones it represents the same idea, something growing because you desire to do that, and it should be a big desire.
And the other thing that screams at me here now that I'm looking at this Divine You is, because he's bringing up the growth issue here, is that you have to rekindle and, replant and watch grow, the love you have for life. Are you losing your love for life itself? I understand here, with COVID and everything going on, that it has been really hard on a lot of us to find the joy and the love in life once more. And so maybe it's also reconnection with the earth and the planet. Another thing here is there's a preponderance of water cards here. Maybe you need to get out more by the water, get more of the ocean sounds or get more of the water element into your life.
Or if you have a garden, or if you could have plants to work on, something that really needs a lot of water, something that grows in the ground. but also needs lots of water.
And also, maybe it's saying that, it's not a bad idea to volunteer. Sometimes there's like that aspect to this because there's a nurturing element to the Cups cards as well. To lend a hand to people in need and make yourself feel like you're doing something worthwhile.
Anchor and luck.
Well, or synchronicity, the clover, timing.
Yes.
What's interesting, personally, I feel this is just saying that right now, this is a very fortunate time for you. I feel that if there are things that you want to like do, if there are things that you want to pursue right now, they could really take hold. They could really, they could really capture your attention and motivate you right now if you let it. Because the anchor's here saying that, lucky vibe is around you right now, and it might be here to stay for the foreseeable future.
Right. I think these kind of both coincide with that Eight of Pentacles in a way that is saying there's the idea you can really accomplish something now, despite having these things that are distractions or depressions or disillusionment with things. There's a potential here to put yourself into a new project, or even if it's not even a project per se, just something you can do for yourself that will really grow your heart flame too.
The other thing about water, it's ever flowing, it's ever moving, and it's like our lives. Our lives are ever flowing and ever moving, and we should go with the flow, and also try to, let's also try to, make waves once in a while. So, do something to shake up your life once in a while. So that's what we have for you, Divine You. I hope that gives you some things to think about. And we're going to move on to Real Life Log. Hey, I hope you're still with us, Real Life. You said you would be. I hope you're still here. And then Mr. Maurice said wanted a career reading. Sanjib and Dr. V.
All right.
As we wind down the show, we'll go into a little overtime.
So good luck, Divine Universe. Thank you always.
And Real Life Log, you are up.
There you are. Okay. General guidance reading.
Got ya. Your cards?
Yes. Didn't I just use them? No, I didn't.
Nope.
Okay. Well, let's use the Karma Music Tarot then.
Oh, okay.
It's so quirky and unusual.
And
Gina's
big.
making
And I have so much room to
brownies.
shuffle.
That reminds me of a cool little brownie Halloween joke where they showed the Hansel Gretel type witch, and she had the little brownies tied up, and she was on the phone. She said, "I'm okay, I'm just about to throw some brownies in the oven."
Oh, that is not good.
It was a little funny.
Yes.
Pick me up on the way. I want those brownies too.
Gina's making brownies. Synchronicity.
That's what I was talking about,
That is funny. Okay, I'm sorry. Whoops.
There you go.
I've been thinking, well, it is a synchronicity actually, because I've been thinking about making brownies lately.
Look what Divine said. You better make a big batch, Gina. We're all coming over.
It's fall, and I've been thinking of some of the old brownies I used to make for fall. Some of those really cool pumpkin ones I used to make, or just even cinnamon brownies. I have these snickerdoodle brownies I make. I can just smell them now. Oh.
All right, so guidance for real life.
Brownie party at Gina's. Sounds good to me. Let's all go. Oh, and I have some really good pumpkin ones too. Yeah.
All right. So our first card. Oh, that's interesting. Ace of Swords.
The Ace of Swords again, upright.
And then Lilith, which is the Empress in most decks. Oh, and then the Hierophant, the Grandmaster. How interesting. These are all very dynamic. They suggest management, of course, to some degree. They also possibly suggest a little bit of, being in a traditional setting, maybe having actual sense of authority to sort of talk about protocols or operating procedures. So it's sort of like maybe you would be good with organizational things. The Ace of Swords is the one thing that threw me off, because I sort of felt like, I sort of felt like military career, but I thought, well, that's probably not you. I don't know.
Are we looking at a career here or just guidance?
You said guidance.
Yeah.
General guidance. So
just general guidance. So I'm looking here and thinking to myself that Ace of Swords is indicating to me that right now is very creative. Well, I'm going to go two ways on this one too, because I sense this is a very creative time possibly for you. There's a lot of potential for growing some project here. There's a victory for you in moving forward on some creative ideas. So to me, the idea might be is if you need some training, or if you need some counseling or advice in some area that you want to pursue, or some idea, or somebody who can advise you on to carry some idea forward. That might be what the Hierophant is talking about here. On the other hand, I like what he said. This might also be a fact of maybe now is the time to give structure, to bring this idea to reality, to give it a structure in the universe. Right now, maybe you've had some ideas of what you've wanted to do and where you've wanted to go in your head, but it is time now to give it a foundation and bring it to life.
Well, as the Empress, it really is about being like an Earth Mother type, being very creative, able to really just do it. And so combining that with the Hierophant, I think it's what you're saying, is sort of creating the formulation or the actual fabrication of that.
And besides victory, on the other form of that is, of course, that there's decisions, there's communication, channels opening. There's all kinds of other ways that this kind of fits in with getting something in motion that's been up here.
The other thing about the sword to me sometimes means that sometimes you have to clear away something to start something else. So maybe that for any of this to proceed, you have to figure out where you can create that time for that, or what you need to put aside to do that, to focus that way.
So this creativity, it could mean a lot of things to me right now. If you're pursuing careers or jobs, it's looking at maybe things differently than you would have otherwise. Maybe trying a field or an area that you never would have thought of. Or if you were a student, if it's in your personal pursuits, there may be just something you have been wanting to do, and maybe now is the time to set this in motion, to get advice if you need it, or just the fact of putting some things in place now to make it happen. Let's see what the Lenormand has to say on that. I think you go first, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot you are a teacher.
Oh, my gosh, and that's right. And hello, Hierophant. I mean, the Hierophant is the card of the teacher.
So I pulled the fox. The good old red-haired fox.
Well, this one just popped into my hand almost this way. I don't know. I gotta... And the lady.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, sometimes that's a significator in a reading. If we have no other significator here, this could just indicate right now that maybe this is all is about work. This is maybe relating to your career or your employment situation right now.
Fox can be that too, as well as the more obvious connotation.
Foxy lady in this case. Because it's true, because the fox can be about a sensual, sexual person. So in a sense, that could be a relationship sign here. But I feel that it's related to the rest of this
it doesn't really talk about a separate situation, in my opinion.
In that it's time to get creative. It's time to get, as a furry and his persona is a fox.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned that before, maybe. So that's interesting.
Well, well, I don't know. Is this saying to get creative here with the relationship? We could take this. It doesn't necessarily have to apply to your jobs.
There are some decks and some theories of thought that do think that the Hierophant does talk about commitments, romantic commitments, whether it's actual state marriages or, whatever kind of marriages. I didn't necessarily feel that when I ran that, but now it sort of has taken another turn, hasn't it? So I don't know. If you've been thinking about any more formal commitment or furthering
oh my God,
the relationship.
Or even a family.
What?
Well, that's the
that's
Empress,
true. So
she's a little fertile. So I'm just saying, because there's
adoption.
It absolutely could, actually, so I think however you can resonate these cards, because you asked for general guidance, and so I sense a romantic element here, or a family element, and like he said, a commitment element. It doesn't have to be marriage, but some type of commitment. But it could also be in your personal life with any projects or goals you wish to pursue, or in your career as a teacher. Clearly, that's here as well.
Whatever it is, you're taking the lead in this matter, even if you do have to clear away some things that you need to get rid of.
Okay. That's awesome. So I don't know if we've muddled the general guidance for you, but I do feel that this is a time to do something creative and to and commit to it. Definitely commit to it. I think that's there too.
Create a foundation somehow.
Create a foundation, whether it's in your family, your work, your personal goals. There's success there for you. You've got that Ace of Swords. That's all I can say. Good luck with that. And you waited so long. I hope.
Thanks for waiting.
I hope that helped you.
Yeah, really.
Sometimes these cards. Mr. Maurice, career reading, and then Sanjib and Dr. V.
And we were just going to do Mr. Maurice's reading because they may not be here, so they'll have to come back. They will be near the end when you're looking for it.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah, because I use Karma music, so.
We'll use the Dancing in the Dark.
Okay, thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Oh,
well, you know how to do that. Any number of ways.
That's really great. Thank you very much. Well, check them out. Trust me, soon after fall equinox, there's going to be some bargains on the website and some possible new readings. Boy, I better get busy. Thankfully, once the seed is in the head, it's not that hard for me to get it together from there.
I recently acquired, I think I mentioned on a previous show not too long ago, the Ghost Tarot, which is another one of those Los Scarabos.
Are you giving something away?
I'm not giving anything away.
Okay.
Just that,
hints
that it will be used for readings
coming up
because it's ghostly and stuff.
Right.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Mr. Maurice.
Hi, Mr. Maurice. You wanted a career reading, right? We're going to do that right now. Just like the NFL. Which game are you watching, Gina? Hopefully not the Lions. Although I'm curious to see what this new coach is going to do for us this year. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups reversed. Do you want to grab that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, not watching one yet. Oh, well, it is like overtime, like the NFL. You are correct.
NFL, is that the Nutty Fortune League? What is that?
Not a football fan.
Okay, Mr. Maurice, this is the Queen of Cups.
Hey, Violet Ann, good to
Reversed.
see you. And the Five of Cups is reversed as well. And it's the Six of Cups reversed. So what's going on here career-wise? What's going on?
Well, some things don't feel good, perhaps. Maybe emotionally it is not as pleasant for you.
Have you been feeling kind of stuck? I feel like you've been feeling kind of stuck and worried about your career prospects. But the Five of Cups reversed is indicating if you are waiting for something to happen, like maybe something you've already applied for or something to call you back to work or something like that, that's not going to happen. I think it's time to move on. That Five of Cups reversed is saying you're going to have to move forward and not look back. So this could have a lot of connotations to it. Does it mean you should maybe change your focus on what kind of line of work you're looking for right now and look for something else? I don't know. What do you get from these cards?
Well, from that, I agree with you with the Five of Cups, and I'm just wondering that with that Six of Cups reversed, that some of this is, your own maybe lingering feelings about whether you liked a place enough to stay and hope for things to change, or whether you felt, that it really is time to move on too. I think the Queen of Cups concerns me too, because maybe you feel like there are things that you just can't totally trust on some levels, that maybe you feel there are people there who are not being honest with you or not representing things more factually to your satisfaction.
Well, maybe you've gotten burned by previous jobs, and so now there is a little bit of a trust issue going forward. I can see that. I have something else to say, but you know what? I don't know if we're going to be able to take you, Nikki, because we are running into overtime right now, and we have a bunch of readings. Well, actually, we only have two more. Violet Ann and Nikki, we might be able to fit you in, but just hang in there with us, and we'll see how we do. But no promises, but I think we can do it. Hang on. I want to pull these for you first and just see what I've got here. Okay. I've got the house card and we've got the book card. Okay. Well, let's put those down a moment because I want to address something with the Five of Cups. I feel here that you just have to now, there are opportunities out there, I feel. So in other words, what it's saying is not to let your anxieties and your emotions get the better of you. You need to keep moving forward and keep trying, because I feel that you now are moving towards something with that Five of Cups reversed. And here it's indicating to me that maybe you just have to spend more time either researching, your field, what you're trying to get into, researching the jobs that are available in your area. Maybe also this is a call that you are going to have to look for things where you could work from home.
I sort of feel more the latter there. I also even wonder if maybe the situation just portends that if you were able to, you would find ways to do that, to either work from home or to not necessarily be working at this time. And of course, who can really do that? But, it just sort of shows that maybe an opportunity, or maybe it's not an opportunity, but just maybe some information may come to you that could lead you that way. I'm not saying that's really what you should do, but because I do feel that ultimately it is about something else coming towards you. Maybe it's just really about resolving what your feelings are about why you need to stay, or whether it's better to take a risk to try to get somewhere else.
Keep your eye focused on finding opportunities and throwing those resumes out there, whatever you have to do. I feel like let go of the anxiety and the fear and just be like that fool, being ready to take a leap off the ledge. Try everything in your bag of tricks, and just keep going for it. And don't rule out any type of job, whether it's something that maybe you could do from your home, or, something that may be a little bit different for you than your past lines of work.
Right. It possibly has an idea about maybe working with information on some level.
Could be. Good luck with that, Mr. Maurice. I hope that works for you.
And thanks for coming.
Yeah, and thanks for coming, and keep us posted on that. We hope to hear you are employed sometime soon. Hey, Sanjib. Did Sanjib give us a reading? I can't remember, but you are up, Sanjib.
Question? I don't remember.
After Sanjib will be Dr. V, and then we have Violet Ann and Nikki. And that will close our show, because we are actually taping a show after this one, so...
We didn't get a question from Sanjib, so...
All right, so let's wait and see if Sanjib will post a question. Hey, no problem, Violet Ann. Always a pleasure. There it is. What is coming next on relationship? Like a general reading on love life. Okay, we can do that.
Okay, I'm going to use my Northern Shadows.
Okay. Hey, you're welcome, Mr. Maurice. Anytime.
You're welcome.
Wow, nice active afternoon here today.
Woohoo.
Thanks, everybody, for coming.
And don't forget, we're back Thursday from 7 to 9. It's a little more relaxed.
We are doing a birthday reading for Libra Cusp that day.
Thanks, Real Life. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, you're very welcome. Always a pleasure to see you. So even if you don't want a reading, stop in anytime. All right. The Three of Wands, upright.
I do like blueberries.
The Eight, upright. Mr. O likes blueberries. I'm not crazy about them, but I'm almost thinking I need to give them a try because of all their antioxidant stuff. And Death, upright. Wow, Sanjib. I mean, is it Sanjib? Yes, it's Sanjib. Sanjib.
So
Holy
this is
moly,
about
what's going on here?
The possible love reading here.
I think things are going to start getting active for you. I feel as though that Eight of Wands is like, there's a lot of energy here. Maybe it's just saying, now is a time to focus on that area of your life.
You want to be on the hunt.
That could very well be. I see the Death card here, which also indicates to me that if things have been slow or have not been going well, whatever the case may be, there is a major transformation coming. That's what I think. I don't think it's you that has to change to invite love into your life, because with this Three of Wands here and this Eight of Wands upright, I think something's going to be moving towards you.
Things really do seem to be lining up that way. It may be that you've already been doing the kind of work to put yourself out there in the dating field or in the social circles. You have made certain investments. You've made it known somehow, or those are your plans. That's what you should do, is making it known. Because the thing is that once you start that, it's really going to be kind of a whirlwind, I think, this time for you. No matter where you've been in the past, I think the energy is different this time. It could be that because a year and a half of people not associating really is driving the need for connection. And I see that as part of the wands, because wands are about networking and social things like that. So finally, it is, of course, about this too, that this represents a big transformation. And maybe the transformation is really finding somebody who really just impacts you in a certain strong way.
So to answer your question there, the death card could indicate to me that it is a new person or somebody. Maybe that's a lot different than, maybe it's a radical shift in people you've dated before. It's possible.
Is it possible that that person you knew before changes in such a way that...
Maybe that's it too. It could be somebody from your past who's just changed a lot. So it could go either way for me there, Sanjib. I can't say for certain. It's not really pointing to a person, but I'll tell you what. I'm looking at that 3 of Wands there, and I think what you have to do now is really kind of put your intent behind this. The 3 of Wands is kind of saying like, hey, you've got this. Something is coming to you. You can put your energy into this now, and you can expect, some positive results and changes to occur. So this is a call right here to start envisioning the kind of person you want right now, where you want this to go, maybe where you see yourself in a relationship 5 years from now. This is kind of project and plan, because you know what? The more you plant those seeds and you put that in motion, the more you attract that energy to you.
I don't want to put myself totally on record, but I do feel that some of the aspects of this card would seem to indicate that this could be somebody you know. Maybe you just didn't know them as well as you thought, or in the exact same capacity. Maybe they were somebody in the background, but now is their moment to come forward on the stage.
I will definitely try the cobbler, Gina. Oh my gosh, lemon blueberry.
Oh my God, I'm drooling over here. Send it now.
Well, we can't bark for that one, so maybe we can instead, let's see, like a turkey, we can just say cobble, cobble, cobble. Cobbler, cobbler, cobbler.
What did you get?
I didn't. I let you go first.
Oh, well, I oppose the dog.
This is so interesting, Sanjib.
The key.
It may very well be one of two things, Sanjib. It may be somebody you indeed know and had some kind of companionship or friendship, even if they were just part of a social circle, because the key means it's a friend, it's somebody you know. And, or let me just say this, maybe if it's somebody new, it's somebody who you really either connect with through a friend, or that they become friends with you first.
Yeah, I can't add much more than that. It does feel like there's a strong sense of a destiny happening here between all of these things. So the real question is when it could be. And my thought is it could happen probably in less than half a year. But that's just an idle thought. Please don't hold me for that.
Yeah, we might want to do a different reading for you sometime on timing. It's not really reflective here. But yeah. So
that's what we had, though, Sanjib.
But I will tell you what, you've got a lot of wands in this reading, and wands often are the quicker moving cards, so I think his 5-month thing is not out of the question. So start planning now, and we wish you the best for that.
Good luck, Sanjib. And
oh my gosh, it's going to be a happy weekend at the TFT house.
Gina, you need to cater my next party.
Hey, Dr. V, you are up, and then we have Violet Ann and Nicole.
Dr. Victor.
Dr. V, patron
Nikki,
Dr. V.
We still got a couple people in front of you, Nikki, so you just got to hang on. We will do it, though. We've committed to doing it.
Keep that question up there. We'll do it for you.
Thank you, Sanjib. Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Oh, thank you, Sanjib. Paging Dr. V.
Right, because what happens is sometimes people decide not to wait, so then people get bumped up. So we're calling for Dr. Victor one more time.
Just let us know you're here, or we'll move on and we'll catch you after. Sometimes Dr. V just stops in, so...
Right, it's true, so we'll give him a chance.
That's okay, Mama T. Your reading was the first one we did, by the way, so you
Just
can go
all
check
the way back to the beginning
for your reading.
There'll be no tempting with cobbler and brownies there. A blue heart. So, Dr. Victor, I am thinking that maybe you weren't able to wait.
We're going to move on, and if Dr. V shows up, we'll do him when he comes in.
So that means Violet Ann.
Violet Ann, you are up, and then Nikki.
And then Nikki.
Let's all, oh, poor Gina. We're going to work her to death. Oh, thank you. What do you need to know about love?
All right.
La la la.
Your cards?
Yes. Let's go back to the pretty.
My mom was so good with desserts too, but of course most of that is long gone. She's still around, but she just doesn't do that anymore.
Who in this house is good with desserts?
Right. You even made a chupacabra brownie.
Chupacabra brownie. We called it because it had some spiciness in there with the chocolate.
You just hit 2,000 today. Congratulations.
Wow, awesome. Violet Ann, good for you.
And I know you were on earlier today. It was just when we were setting up, so I didn't get a chance to drop in there. But folks, Violet Ann Tarot does a wonderful corollary business to ours, so you should check that out. She's on many days a week.
Oh my goodness, and you know, you hit 2,000. We just hit 280 here.
Congratulations, Violet Ann.
Congratulations to you. We're a slow growth enterprise here.
Yeah, we're just doing it.
But everybody can feel free to get the word out.
Oh, well, that was nice of you to do that. Our son's the one that got us into this because he was doing streaming for gaming. He does video gaming, and he was on Twitch mostly doing that. And he's the one who, him and his wife talked us into doing it. All right, Violet
that
Ann.
whole thing is a soul story. It's probably been part of one of my soul stories already, but that will come up again.
I think you're cooler making 2,000. That's awesome. All right, so what do you need to know about love? That's not what I think it is.
Well, we have the Page of Pentacles here upright.
Oh, for a minute I thought it was the devil.
Oh, no.
that stands there. Of course, he's got horns. Page of Pentacles.
And another pentacle. We have it's all about love, and here we are in Pentacle Land. The Four of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. 10 times ouch. The Ten of Swords reversed. Wow. Well, I think there's good news coming. I don't know why, but you know what? That Page of Pentacles upright indicates that growth is possible now. Growth is possible now, and I think you have to let go of any betrayals or hurt feelings from your past. You know, maybe you've undergone some betrayals, maybe you've undergone some past hurts, people have dumped you, whatever the case may be, and now it's time to let that go, to open yourself up to what I think is probably a new opportunity with the potential for some growth.
Yeah, once again, she takes all the best words, but I sort of feel this is very true, that this is about giving up some of the feelings associated with some of your worst and or most recent bad emotional outcomes or situations. And really, this does talk really about moving beyond them. To me, the Ten of Swords reversed is sort of like the overthrow of that. So it's not anachronistic to put those two together, but it is saying you can think about it, you can keep it there, because I think it's important to remember how bad it was when you did that trust, but it's not like you can never really, that's love. You always have to give your heart away. You always have to in the end.
Is it my turn to go first?
Oh, stop it.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
It is? Okay. As you said so.
I thought you were trying to say I was talking for too long.
No, I was not.
I'm the turtle that wins the race. Mama T just said so.
I don't think she was talking about you.
Oh.
We've gotten this particular tile a lot today.
And this one too. The ship and the key.
Well, you know what? The key is to go with the flow. The key is to now maybe take a journey, to explore maybe new horizons in relationships, to maybe explore maybe a type of person or individuals that you may not have thought of before. I mean, I don't know. I think this is a call to do something different, or to make this an adventure, to make this pursuit of this new relationship an adventure.
And I don't have it so in such a general kind of sense there. I sort of feel like this is literally saying that the person you might find that you resonate to the most, or that you want to begin a relationship, is somebody that you meet when you're on vacation, or when you're traveling somehow, or not somewhere that's situated conveniently to you, that maybe it really is somebody you find that you connect with from a distance. And
oh my gosh, you know what, Violet Ann? He just gave me two thoughts here. First off, the key is I think something's moving towards you.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that's why we have the ship here. The key is to... I lost my thought again. I can't believe it. What did you just say?
Meeting somebody from a distance.
Yes. Maybe this means that this person is going to be somebody that you're going to connect with either virtually, or they are a distance from you. There may be a distance situation going on here. Or it may be somebody who is not from your country. It may be somebody, an immigrant.
Right. I'm sort of feeling that they're not really somebody that's conveniently located to you, and I don't know if that means you would meet them on a vacation or while you were traveling in some manner.
Yeah, that clue here about that. Thank you, Mr. O.
What is letter T?
What?
Letter T? Did we say something about letter T? I don't remember.
I don't know.
What's that about letter T?
Yeah, what's that about letter T? We were talking about the Lenormand, because that's what these are.
Oh, Lenormand.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's the Lenormand tiles.
Yes.
They're tiles. They're not actually cards, which I like. They're almost like rune stones they made the Lenormand deck.
About
it's very
the T.
cool. Something about the T.
Must have been a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's what we have for you. And whenever the key comes up, it means that that's the focus. This is the answer, And the answer may be that this may be somebody who is a distance away, or somebody who's an immigrant, something
right,
like
the key,
that.
that's the key. And that's what I thought more than Banshee did, I think. But she kind of likes that.
I do.
All right.
Good luck with that, Violet Ann.
And thank you.
And Nikki, we are on your reading now, and I think you
had
posted
something about physics career.
Yeah, something about physics. Let's go pull that back. Career in physics, good for you. All right, let's take a look at that. Let's do 3 cards first and see what we get.
Okay, so
your deck?
We'll use the Karma Music Tarot again. Our final reading, it seems.
And Dr. V, did you happen to come back? If you did, we'll do you after Nikki's reading. You weren't there when we called you? But if not, we'll catch you next time.
All right, Nikki, here we go. You never know. Holiday. Yes, we're doing your reading, Nikki, on the physics career.
The delay. Here you go. Oh, sorry.
Cutty cut.
Indeed. There you go. All right, let's see what we have.
Okay, Nikki, so we have the Nine of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Well, I'm thinking there would be some definite challenges in the career for you. Some of them would be, maintaining your position a lot. It could be because of some differences that maybe, there's a culture there that you have to work your way into. I would hate to think that it could be gender differences or social class or other differences, but that's always possible. That maybe, you're not going to fit in right away, something like that. I'm also wondering, too, about this card because it's the Three of Swords, and it may suggest that you might have to give up certain things for that career as well.
This is challenging. I would say that we're going to do another reading, quick one after this, Nikki, to determine, but I want to see what the Lenormand says, too. I feel that with the Nine of Wands here, it's kind of like you feel prepared for this. You yourself feel like you can tackle these challenges, but you have some concerns that it could be a struggle for you. The Nine of Wands is somebody who's ready for battle and to take things on. I think you know what you face, but are you really up for this challenge? Because I agree with Mr. O here that there's either some sacrifices or some sorrows attached to this choice. It may be that, your personal life suffers. Maybe a relationship that you're in suffers because you make this choice. There's just some bitterness or sadness connected to this choice. And with the Knight of Swords reversed there, it really has you questioning whether you are going in the right direction or not.
Right. I didn't mention the Knight of Swords myself, but I think it talks maybe about you feeling whether that was the direction, or that maybe once you started engaging that maybe you did start to feel that you were in the wrong direction.
At its best, the other thing, and it's not best really, but the other thing is, it just may be indicating that this position will take a lot out of you, this career. It will demand a lot from you, and you seem to feel you are up for that challenge. But let's take a look at the Lenormand first, and then we'll do something else quick for you.
And we like to remind everybody that, we're not really qualified to give legal, medical, career advice. So we're just trying to give you the things that we see to give you something to think about. Tarot is a snapshot in time, and if we read for you tomorrow or in a couple of days, the sense could be really different. So you pulled the fox and I pulled the letter, and they both can have career aspects.
Well, I wonder, there's a couple things I can think about here. Maybe it's not really a card of research, but maybe there's something in writing or written communications in regards to, your career you should consider. Maybe scientific publication, whether it has to do with physics or some other aspects in scientific publishing. I don't know why that's standing out to me, Nikki, but if you have a scientific mind, I don't know how you feel about writing. The other thing I could think of is maybe you need to inquire more on this with somebody. Maybe you need to get advice. Maybe you need to talk to colleges and universities, talk about their physics programs more, and get more information. It's one or the other here, but when I saw that combination, because this is about career, so I wonder about that.
Yeah, I can
Really?
understand that. And I sort of feel like maybe the letter suggests...
Is that maybe what you're working on a doctorate, your doctoral thesis? Because I wonder if that's what it's telling you, go for that and pursue that.
Well, beyond that, and I might not have thought of that, so thank you, Banshee, but I wonder, too, if the letter suggests that you might need a certain level of references or introductions from established community, maybe to pull you ahead, like being introduced by a particular fellow or somebody else in the field. Things like that. Networking, basically, super strong networking.
I just want to add that the letter card is any form of written communication. So that could be writing a paper. That could be,
And they want to.
Yeah. I think you should pursue it, but I want to caution you here. According to what I see right now, the cards are indicating it's going to take a lot out of you, and absolutely, PhDs...
A lot to give up.
You better be prepared. I think you feel you are. You just said you are a graduate gold medalist, which is awesome. So, gosh, I'm curious here now to see what our tarot's going to do with this. We're going to do one more thing for you, Nikki.
I just want to throw this in too, Nikki, that I sort of feel these cards here, these tiles, the letters, ties in with the Knight of Swords, that it is important to possibly know the right people and maybe to not necessarily let certain people lead the charge for you. Like maybe you have to make sure you're on top of how your media is presented or how you present yourself, your resume, your letters of introduction. You don't let anybody else necessarily do that for you. They won't do it as well as you could yourself. You probably know that.
Anyway, I'm moving on a yes/no here as to whether she should pursue this.
Alrighty. So I'm
going to ask if you should pursue the PhD. Because obviously, if you're going for that, there's no reason why you should not be pursuing a career in physics.
Right.
It's just not going to be a super easy road for you. And, I do like something Mr. O said in the beginning there, here, shuffle, in that women do still have barriers in the sciences. Yes, this is a good time for women because they're always looking to increase the amount of women in the field, but that doesn't always mean that you're treated equally. So, this may be challenges that you just have to accept as part of this road that you've chosen to take.
So hold on, Nikki. We got one more for you.
All right, let's see what we got. Both on number 11.
Wow.
I know. That's on 7. 7 and 11.
Gina could relate to this one a little bit because we do the numerology a little bit.
We do a different kind of yes-no reading for people, Nikki, that relies on how many aces we get in piles, but we only count up to 13 cards in each pile, and if you don't get an ace, you don't get an ace.
Move on to the next
But
pile.
on the 11th card twice, you've got the ace. I just feel that's interesting synchronicity. So, this is leaning towards yes, you should pursue the PhD, you should pursue this career, and guess what? Is that right?
What?
Yes. I'm not saying it's leaning towards yes. It is a definite yes.
Yeah.
You got 3 aces in all 3 piles, which isn't always that easy to do as you might think. So this is saying go for this. Go for this PhD. Pursue your career. Just recognize that you are going to have a number of trials and tribulations and challenges along the way. That's what we have for you.
I agree. Very good.
Good luck with that. And thanks for joining us today. And thanks for waiting. And we're done. We are a half hour into overtime, but it's always a pleasure reading on a Sunday for everybody.
So we haven't totally set the happy hour, but it will most likely be next Saturday at 10 o'clock. So you can check that out with us.
It's a single card reading, message from Spirit to motivate and encourage you. No bad news at happy hour.
That's the 25th. And then on Wednesday, the 22nd, we will have our monthly modality message, so you can check that out. If you walk a little bit of a shadowy path, you can also check out Goth Tarot, Wednesdays at 8 a.m., where I seek to look at darker issues in our lives and what we can do about them.
God, just look at all these awesome comments. You guys are awesome. You are awesome. You keep us going. Thank you so much for joining us today.
We love all of you guys very much. We appreciate you very much. Thank you.
I appreciate you too, Mr. O.
Aw, me too. Likewise. Kissy poo.
Take care, everybody, and we hope to see you soon. And Gina, looking forward to this weekend. Bye-bye.
Love
Bye-bye,
you all.
Real
Thank
Life
you.
Vlog. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.